Welcome back to the next installment of our little no-nonsense Forex building blocks. And this time we're going to talk about baseline. Now, baseline is one of those things that seems fairly simple, but there's actually a lot that goes into the baseline. And the baseline, of course, is what's giving us or indicating our overall trend. But before I can go any further, of course, I need to stop and give kudos to VP at No Nonsense Forex. Again, this isn't my system. I didn't create it. I take no credit. And if you're not familiar with what No Nonsense Forex is, definitely go to VP's website, nononsenseforex.com, where you can learn all about what this system is and how it all goes together. So in the previous building blocks, we've already covered ATR, C1, C2, volume, and of course, we're going to be talking about baseline today, or that overall trend. When you look at a chart, this is just a chart, and you can see price goes up, price goes down. And it's really hard to get a handle on that. So where the baseline comes in is it just gives us a visual depiction of that overall trend. Now, this particular baseline is a very smoothed out baseline. But you can see, once you have a baseline in place, that when price is under the baseline, of course, you're only going to be looking for short trades. So depending on where you get your signals, you're going down, you're not going up, you're going down, you're not going up, and vice versa for if price is above the baseline. Then you're only looking for up trades, ignore, etc. So that's where we start. And again, it makes sure that you only get into those trades that are moving in the direction of the trend. And the other thing is, it can really help signal when that trend is changing, and it'll help you get out of trades before that trend really ends. So here we have just a regular chart again. We've got up candles and we've got down candles. So let's throw a moving average on there. So this first example is a 200 simple moving average. That's what the SMA stands for, simple moving average. As you can see, it's again a pretty broad stroke of the brush. 200 indicates how many candles back it is calculating the moving average on. And when you have a large number like that, you're going to have a pretty smooth line. Now, if we cut that down and we only look at 50 candles back, again, we're still using the simple moving average. You can see that that baseline is a little more closely aligned with the price or the candles itself. And we can even go further than that. So again, if we cut it down to 9 candles back, that baseline now really hugs price pretty closely. And it's going to be much more responsive. However, it's also going to give you a lot more of crosses and changes, which could be false signals. The idea here is all of these are examples of a simple moving average, but with different amounts of candles. Okay, so let's start with our 50 simple moving average again. But let's this time keep 50 candles, but instead of looking at a simple moving average, we're going to look at the exponential moving average. That's what EMA stands for. So EMA is just a different calculation, and I'm not going to get into all those calculations because honestly, I don't really understand them all myself. But what we do need to realize is how those different calculations adjust the baseline when it's on your chart. Okay, and here is an example of, again, 50 candles back, but this is a smooth moving average. So that's even a broader brush again, and we have now a 50 linear weighted moving average. So again, same number of candles back in this example. We're just changing how those candles, how those moving averages are calculated. Sometimes people don't use moving averages per se. There's another indicator that a lot of people like, and that's the Kijun Sen. The Kijun Sen is part of the Ichimoku system, and it's very, very old. It was developed by the Chinese to go with the Chinese candlesticks, which is what we're looking at right now. And it actually has a different type of calculation, and you can see that it's not as smooth as a moving average, but it gives you some different indications of when your price is above and when your price is below. Another type of indicator that I like is called the absolute midline. Now this is similar to the Kijun Sen. It uses similar calculations, but it's more smoothed out, if you will. It doesn't have as many of the juts and crannies. So I actually have the resource link, which I will provide in the description and at the end of the video, of where you can get this particular baseline. So which one is right for you? Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It depends. That's the best answer I can give you, is it depends, because it's really going to matter about how it complements your other indicators. So you may want a faster moving average, like the 9 here, or a slower moving average like the 50. It really depends on what type of C1 or confirmation indicator are you using. What type of C2 confirmation indicator are you using? What I suggest is get your indicators on there and then play around with the baseline and try it, and by all means back test it for sure. Which one gives you the best results? And whichever one that is, through your back test, that's a good indicator to put with your algorithm. Now here are a few of my favorite resources, as I said, that give you where to find them. So the first one I'm going to mention is a website called cqindicators.com. And this gentleman has put together several of the no-nonsense Forex type indicators. And what's kind of nice is with this CQ baseline indicator, you can adjust it within one indicator. You can say whether you want it to be a simple moving average. You can make it a linear weighted moving average. You can make it a TMA moving average. I mean, it has so many different built-in configurations that you can use. The other thing that's really nice is every time the price crosses over and closes on the other side of your baseline, you're going to get these visual dots as nice indicators. And what also is really nice, it's going to compare that to your ATR automatically, which is one of our things in no nonsense Forex, is we don't want to take a trade if that price has already moved more than one ATR below the baseline. And in this case, it'll give you a blue dot for yes and a red dot, or even a yellow dot here is no, you're too far. So there you go. That's one resource. Now, if you liked that absolute midline indicator, I would certainly suggest that you go and you visit the Ultimate No Nonsense FX Backtester Discord. This is The gentleman that created the ultimate no-nonsense Forex back tester, good guy. His name is Jazz Wu. And what's really cool is in his Discord, not only does he have the ultimate back tester available, but he also has a lot of other free indicators that he has created himself, and they're very unique. And I really enjoy going and looking through those indicators and trying them out. And again, I will have a link to this Discord channel in the description below.